In the Shia Muslim heartlands along Lebanon's eastern frontier with Syria, the Party of God is on the march. Here, yellow is the colour of courage. Yellow is Hezbollah, a martyrdom project inspired by Iran's Ayatollahs. To the Western world, they are terrorists. They are the most potent political and military force in Lebanon. They're highly secretive, but have granted us unprecedented access. 26-year-old Abbas Farhad was cut down by machine gun fire inside Syria, fighting Sunni Muslim jihadis.
Until recently, Hezbollah fighters were being martyred doing battle with Israel. That is why their movement was founded. These days, though, they are fighting and dying in Syria, waging somebody else's war.
In less than a year, Hezbollah has turned the tables for Syria's once beleaguered president Bashar al-Assad, their Shia ally. Trained by Iran's revolutionary guards and armed by them too, Hezbollah have held their own against Israel. Now they have rallied to the cause of their patron Iran and ridden to al-Assad's rescue. Hezbollah's operations in Syria have been decisive. Entire rebel-held cities recaptured for Assad. Here, Hezbollah's TV station boasts of a spectacular ambush in which nearly 200 Islamist fighters were blown up. Then survivors raked by machine gun fire. Hezbollah forbids its fighters from speaking to journalists. But under conditions of strict anonymity, we spoke to a senior commander just back from Syria.
So you believe that by fighting this war in Syria, you are stopping it from coming into Lebanon?
أكيد دفاع عن لبنان. لما أنت يكون الموز جاي على رقبتك بده يذبحك ويقول لك جاييك أنا بس خلص سوريا، شو بتنطره ليفوت على بيتك يعني؟ واللي بيجي ليك بيحمل السكين بده يشيل راسك وقلبك وكبدك وبده يغتصب نسائك وبده ياخذ أرضك. وشو بتعمل؟ شو بتساوي؟ بتتفرج عليه؟ نحن عنا وطننا وبلدنا وديننا وعقيدتنا ومقومتنا وعم ندافع عنها. إذا ما دافعنا عنها بالدم شو بدنا ندافع؟
Heavy fighting is raging inside Syria, just on the other side of this range that lines the eastern flank of Bekaa. Many Lebanese are watching aghast as Syria's sectarian conflict spills in. The Lebanese town of Arsal nestles deep in those mountains, right on the frontier. It's crawling with jihadi fighters from al-Qaeda-linked groups who are locked in a fight to the death with Hezbollah.
So this little valley is now a Syrian rebel enclave inside Lebanon. They're all Sunni Muslims. But just on the other side of those mountains is the Bekaa Valley, Lebanon's Shia Muslim heartland, where Hezbollah calls the shots. Over this way, on the other side of those hills, that's Syria. And Hezbollah is hard at work in there too, clearing the whole area and driving rebels and tens of thousands of refugees in here. They're hemming them in, and they've nearly got them completely surrounded.
Arsal has been swamped by Syrian Sunni refugees, so many in fact that it's upsetting Lebanon's fragile sectarian balance. They've been bombed out of the Kalamoon mountains by the Syrian regime, with Hezbollah cleaning up on the ground. The women cover their faces because they feel they're not safe, even here in Lebanon. Hezbollah Shaitan, the party of Satan, the new Sunni slang for Hezbollah, the party of God.
But you've run into an area completely surrounded by Hezbollah here in Lebanon.
يعني وين بدنا نروح؟ هربنا من بشار ومن حزب الله، بس يعني هربنا من تحت الدار ومن تحت القصر، من تحت الدلفة تحت المزري، بس قالنا الله.
The Syrian regime launches regular airstrikes on Ersal. Jihadi rebels are back and forth across the frontier all the time. In a field hospital, we meet a young fighter from the Islamist group Jabhat al-Nusra, Al-Qaeda's franchise in Syria. He's looking for an injured friend.
حزب الله هاجمنا والحمد لله رب العالمين نحن صدينا له.
Hezbollah shelled us, he told me. Our men were wounded. With God's help, he said, we got them back here.
And you're going straight back?
Yes, he said. And he added he was now in a rush. Down the corridor, a Syrian doctor attends wounded fighters and civilians.
Who is killing and injuring these people?
From plane, from the Syrian regime, and the bullets from Hezbollah.
So Hezbollah are shooting and killing people inside Syria, but they're also all around you here in Bekaa.
Of course.
You're stuck.
Of course. It's a dangerous situation. We have some fear that Hezbollah may do something to this area. Something dangerous. Yeah.
Hezbollah, the protector of Lebanon's once downtrodden Shia Muslim minority, now dominant and feared. Dahia, a Beirut suburb controlled by Hezbollah. That's Syed Hassan Nasrallah, its leader, but even he has his bosses. Hezbollah is paying a price for waging al-Assad's war. It's not just the body bags from the front. From Bekaa to Beirut, they're sandbagging shop fronts after a wave of suicide bombings, car bombs driven here from Arsal. This is how the Al-Qaeda-linked groups have chosen to exact their revenge on the party of God.
خليهم يجوا، إذا هن رجال يواجهوا الحزب، ليش عم يجوا للمدنيين؟ بعدين هيدي يعني أنت عم بتحارب عدو لا شرف ولا دين، عم بيستعمل كل الطرق الممنوعة.
Hezbollah taunts them in music videos, branding them with the hate name Takfiri.
يا تكفيري مهما طال حزب الله راسك في طال.
A Takfiri is a malevolent, fanatical Sunni jihadi prepared to kill anyone who does not see the world as they see it. Oh Takfiri, Hezbollah is coming to make your days black, the song goes. The commander insists Hezbollah is not inviting sectarian war, but he has no qualms about killing Takfiris.
إنسان؟ إرهابي هيدا، مش رجل ولا إنسان، بعيد عن الإنسانية كتير يعني.
In the coffee shops of Dahia, everyone says they support Hezbollah, although our Hezbollah minder is listening. In a mind-warping leap of logic, enemies old and new are conflated. Takfiris, Israelis, all part of the American conspiracy against the true party of God. A party whose members compete for the honor of spilling their blood defending their land and their faith. The Martyrs' Mausoleum in Dahia, filling up with young Lebanese Shia Muslim men dying in Syria.
نحن مشروع شهادي بحزب الله أول شي عم بيصير إشكالات والمشكلة حول مين بده يطلع مش مين بده ينزل. نحن منشوف حالنا بالشهادة، منشوف حالنا منكبر ما منصغر.
In Baalbek, we are 40 miles north of Damascus as the crow flies. The martyr Abbas Farhad cut down by the hated Takfiris as Hezbollah spearheaded the fight back for Bashar al-Assad. Word from the front line this week that Hezbollah has won the hard-fought battle in the strategic Kalamoun Mountains. But this is cold comfort for Ali, another fatherless child, role model, a martyr, growing up in a volatile world where death dominates life and hatred's fast hardening hearts. Some say it's the blood of its people that colours the Lebanese earth. As Hezbollah fighters queue up for their one-way ticket to paradise, the prophets of doom will be mulling this martyrdom project and shaking their heads in despair. Jonathan Miller, Channel 4 News, Baalbek.